Hi everybody, thank you for watching. In today's video, I'm going to show you my quick and easy powder foundation routine. This is something that I do on a daily basis when I'm out running errands or I'm just out for the day. As much as I love getting full glam and I love the liquid foundations and all that stuff, there is of course a time and a place, and I don't think I show you guys enough natural looks or daytime looks, so I just wanted to show you guys this quick easy routine for those of you guys that want to learn how to use just powder, because they do say that a powder foundation is technically better for your skin than a liquid foundation. So if you guys want to see my full powder foundation routine, please keep watching. Before I started this look, I just applied my Mario Badescu moisturizer all over my face. When you are doing a powder foundation, it's important to use moisturizer because we don't want to start this foundation on dry skin. Another important step is to apply a primer. I'm using a mattifying primer. If you guys have ever applied powder foundation and noticed that you could see your pores a little bit more, this will help prevent that. So now this step is going to be optional. If you guys have darker under eyes, I just wanted to show you what you could do. Some days I do this depending on how dark my under eyes are. So what you're going to want to do is apply your cream concealer right above the primer, just right under your eyes, and I'm just going to apply a little bit on the sides of my nose, my chin, and in between my brows because that's where I have some darker spots. So if we want this to last throughout the day, that is why you want to do this. So I'm just blending all of that in with my beauty blender, and then I'm going to go in with my powder foundation. Again, if you guys don't have dark circles, you could skip this step completely and just go right into the powder foundation, and then I'll show you what I do to cover up some darker circles later on. So now for powder foundations, I have two that I go back and forth with that I love. I've tried a bunch of others, but these two just stand out. The Bare Minerals Original Foundation, and then the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. It really depends on what you're looking for. I've seen a lot of reviews on both of them. I find that the Bare Minerals gives you more of like a sheen, basically like a glow, where the Tarte is a little bit more matte in my opinion. And it's weird because when I went online and I looked at some other people's reviews, I noticed that they thought that the Tarte gave you more of a glow as opposed to the Bare Minerals. So I don't know if it's just my skin. They say if you have very, very dry skin, if your skin flakes, to maybe stay away from the Bare Minerals. But again, I approve of both of these. I go back and forth. I always reach for these when I'm running errands or I'm doing anything during the day. For today's tutorial, I'm going to use the Bare Minerals because I just feel like it today. So I'm just dipping it into the lid and I'm swirling it around. I don't want to have too much product on it. You can see it just has a little bit. It doesn't have like a clump from dumping it in. And I'm just going to start with circular buffing motions. So again, depending on how much coverage, that's how many different layers you're going to apply. I usually do 2, just because I like a fuller coverage. So the color I'm using is Golden Medium, and the color that I use in Tarte is Light Beige. I have them in a little bit of a darker shade as well for when I have a tan. But this foundation routine I feel like is perfect for people in a rush, or if you have school and you want something just kind of really natural. You also want to make sure that you do your neck so it matches. So the next part is completely optional. I was gonna keep this part out, but I just wanted to show you if there are people who like to contour their nose, even on days where they're wearing powder foundation. I'm gonna be completely honest. 80% of the time if I'm doing powder foundation, I'm not even going to contour my nose, but I just want to show you that option for those of you guys that maybe want to always do powder foundation and then still contour their nose on top of it. So I'm using this Heroine shadow. So if you guys are a lot younger and you don't have dark under eyes, you could skip the concealer before the powder foundation. What I like to do next will cover up a little bit of color, but what I need, since my eyes are a little bit bluish and they come out throughout the day, is I need to do that liquid concealer before the powder, and then I go back in with the powder. It's a powder pressed foundation, but I use it as like a concealer. So again, if you guys are a lot younger and you don't have dark circles and you're lucky, you could skip this step. So next I'm taking this Revlon pressed powder. It's a foundation powder, and I'm just gonna use a brush like this, and I'm gonna pat underneath my eyes just to really brighten it up and cover any other darkness that you may have. So if you guys don't have the darkness, you could either skip the step or skip the first concealer step. So you could see it already, I have like a bluish undertone, and that's even with the concealer. If I don't do the concealer and I just do this, that blue will come out throughout the day. So that's why I do that. What I'm also going to do is take a little bit more of that powder and just go over that dark line and then brush up and over, so it just blends that darkness in with the powder and it looks more natural. See? Magic. To bronze up my face a little bit, I'm using this Girl Actik bronzer. It has a really pretty sheen to it. When you do an all powder foundation, your face can look kind of one-dimensional or a little bit flat. I'm going to use a little bit of this. It's going to bring out the highlights of my face, and it's just going to make your cheeks pop. So I'm just using some of that on my cheeks. For blush, I'm using this MAC Mineralized one. I actually just picked this up. It's called Just a Wisp. It's a gorgeous light pink shade, and it also has like a lot of shimmer in it. You can see it's just very subtle, and it just makes you glow. And I feel like this is a perfect daytime look. It's not too many layers, it's not too many steps, it's really easy to do. I'm just gonna finish off my lips. I'm gonna use the Boldly Bare lip liner by MAC. For lipstick, I'm using Buttercup by Gerard Cosmetics. And then I'm just applying a little bit of mascara. So this is the final result. Nothing crazy, super simple, super easy. There were maybe a couple more steps that some of you guys can remove to cater to your own skin. But again, this is just how I prefer it and how I like to do it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you all later.